Hello, welcome back to Sabi Market Channel. It's so nice to have you here again today. So every company's concern is actually to have a large percent of their company's revenue to keep as overall profits, which is the net profit, or some company call it profit for the year, some call it net income. So the goal of every organization is to ensure that the profit margin ratio is actually very high, because that indicates that they have a lot to keep as profit. So today we'll be looking at the profit margin of Cadbury Nigeria Plc, which is a food and beverage company in Nigeria, and they are the producers of Bovita and some other beverages that you know. So I think I did an analysis of the debt to equity ratio of this company some time ago in May, but today I'm walking you through what their profit margin looks like in the past 10 years, which is from 2014 to 2023. So starting off from 2014, they actually made 7%. Their profit margin was 7%. So what profit margin actually means is that how much of their revenue did they keep as their profits. So what percentage of their revenue was theirs to keep after all operating costs, all expenses has been accounted for. What was left, what percentage of that revenue was their net income. So this is what this percentage are representing. So in 2014 they made 7%. They had a profit margin of 7%, which means that this is having response. Okay, we're back. So system was just acting funny. So 7% of their revenue was kept as profit for that year. So and in 2015 there was a decline, a 3% decline in profit margin, and this is not actually you can't compare this actually. So sometimes even this 4.1% may actually be more than the 7%, depends on what they actually kept. So it's specific, it's actually unique and peculiar to an individual year. So what they kept for this year was 4.1% of their revenue as profit, and in 2016 there was actually a decline, and they ran at loss. So this means that there's actually an overhead for their revenue. There was no profit. In fact, this is actually a loss. So they lost an extra 1% of their revenue in that particular year. And in 2017, I think they came up a bit. They made 0.9%, and we could see how that transition from 2018, how it has been fluctuating 2% and all of that. So I think the highest profit margin they've had in the last 10 years was in 2014, which was at 7%. And in 2023, this was actually the highest dip that they've experienced in the last 10 years. And 2023, unfortunately, or should I say coincidentally, this is at negative 23% in 2023. So I think that there's an alignment right there. It's just that it happens to be negative. So okay, I think this is actually something of notice, because from my analysis, a lot of companies have been having issues since in 2023. A lot of companies have been having challenges because the economy has been very unfavorable to different sectors, whether the FSI sectors, the FMCG sectors, the service sectors has actually been going through several challenges when it comes to their business operations and how they generate revenue and how they make profit at the end of the day. A whole lot of them has been have been running at loss, but they just they just keep struggling over the years due to the inflation rate and the interest rates that is hiking and increasing by the day, which and an implication of this is that a lot of clients, a lot of citizens, a lot of the community is actually losing their purchasing power, and then there are lesser investments, and then people are trying to beat down and cut down costs as much as they can, and this actually has a negative impact on the revenue generations and the profits of many companies. And we could see this as it is apparent here on this chart. So 2023 appears to be one of the most terrible year for this company, as we see that they even had an overhead of 23%. So they lost this actually means that even after the revenue, they are still in debt. So they ran at loss. This is actually the case that they ran at loss. So they lost 23% of the revenue. Lost 20% of the revenue is actually what that actually means. So that is actually that about this company. So how this video can help is that this is actually the profit margin is a crucial metric to ensure you as an investor or even as a business owner. This is a very good place to take us to know how well your business is doing, what profit are you generating, what's the measure of what the magnitude of the profit you are generating at the end of the year in relative to your revenue. What is the proportion? What proportion of your revenue are you keeping as profit? So it's a good place to look at to understand the financial health and stability of a company, and it just shows you how well that company is doing at that particular period of time, even though it's not a standalone metric to judge the overall health of a company, overall financial health of a company. Alright, so that will be all for this video. It's a very short one, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Kindly hit the like button if you do so, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you are yet to do so that you get notified whenever I drop other insightful video like this on the channel. And then until we see you again, thank you.